Young's Double Chocolate Stout. I've never had a chocolate stout. I've got to say that when I got this, I didn't really expect to like it. It was more for the oddness factor that I picked it up. But pure luxury, apparently. And then we've got the, in another language as well, pure lux. Yes. Silky, rich and creamy smooth. Yes. Established 1831. And again, you know, for, as many of these bottles do, embolded writing on there as well. Just the independent family brewery information. This is a 5.2% volume. For you Fallout fans, there's the cap coming at you with the established date upon it. Brewed at Wells and Young's Brewing Co. Limited in Bedford. So there we go. Right, so we've got some information here on the neck. So let's give that a bit of a read. Chocolate malt and real dark chocolate. So that's worrying me straight away. Are combined with Young's award-winning rich dark beer to create a satisfyingly indulgent but never overly sweet experience. Pretty normal-ing. Well, it just smells like a beer from the cap, you know. I'd like to smell the cork, please. It just smells like a... Oh, hang on. We see a bit of what I think might be chocolate in the lid there. It just smells like beer, but extra malty. I mean, we all like Maltesers, and that's malt with chocolate, so that could be... Yeah, so I mean, on the nose, you do get a bit of a whiff of the chocolate, but it's almost like a sort of gone off fermenting chocolate, which I suppose it is. Well, it's like beer at first, but then there's like something trailing behind it there as chocolate. So it looks like a stout. And the thing with stouts usually, I find personally, is that they're a bit too dark for my palate and too much like a coffee, because they're the way that they are so malty in that sense. And I'm not a coffee drinker, I'm a tea drinker, that's how I roll. Don't like coffee at all. Though I do like coffee flavouring in things, but anyway, I digress. Let's begin drinking this and see if it tastes like chocolate coffee. Toffee. Initially very sweet in the mouth, before you've had a chance to really process it. But not too sweet. So what they said is correct. Sweet enough to be interesting. Sweet enough to say, oh, this isn't your normal sort of stout. There's something else going on here. But, as stouts go, it's quite clean. And it falls away to that stout flavouring straight after it. Yeah? Not like a gradual incline, but like a waterfall. But just like water, it goes over smooth. I'm not a stout fan, so I wouldn't be able to rate this too high anyway. But as stouts go, stout fans, don't be put off by this. You know, you will find something in here. The bitterness is balanced up for you with the fact that they are using dark chocolate here. So that plays against the stout's normal bitter part on the palate. It's there, it's not too much. It never takes too much, but there is definitely that stout-like dark coffee element there, somewhere in the aftertaste. You know that taste you left in your mouth? It's like, oh, I've been drinking coffee. You know what I mean? Your palate's just filled up with that coffee-esque thing, and it's not massively pleasant in that way, but you know, it's stout in a different way. So I'm going to conclude in saying this. I'm going to try and be fair and not let my bias against stout knock this down too much. So I'm going to give it a good solid 3, but as always, with a mark on this, right, an asterisk. However, important note, if you're a stout fan, this is probably going to be about a 4.5 pints, just for the novelty of trying your stout a different way, and there's nothing here to detract from your stout drinking experience to make you not take this serious as a stout drink. Isn't really right for me being a stout, but I've tried it. I wanted to see, I suppose, how different it would be being chocolate, and they never go too overboard. I suppose that's the thing you think in mind. Oh, is this one gonna be bonkers? I mean, some of the most bonkers ones I've tasted yet are still the Badgers ones, and they just like poof straight in your face when they say, "Oh, we're gonna do something." They go, oh, they go in. So it's just like trying things. So 3 pints generally, but 4.5 pints if you like a stout. Otherwise, tread carefully if you don't like a stout generally. A very dark, thick drink like this. There's not enough here to persuade you into getting into stout through this means. You have to like stouts. It still tastes like stout enough. So we'll conclude the video there. Thanks for joining me, everybody, and I'll see you at the next one.